We just got some massive news and a decision on Zeta Global, my number one investments class action lawsuit. We got news on that we're going to go over in this video today. And then in the rest of the video, we're going to be covering more about the Palantir and Zeta partnership, more about this pivot that Zeta is doing and announced this week from going from a marketing technology company into an intelligent AI infrastructure company and basically a business intelligence company. And at the end of this video, you're going to want to stick around for this because we're going to be unveiling a secret plan or secret new product that Zeta is working on in the backgrounds that could be launched at the end of this year at Zeta Global Live. So stick around to the end of the video for that. And let's get straight into it, guys. Before we do me a favor. If you like Zeta content, I'm one of the biggest bulls out there. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe so you never miss any up-to-dates on Zeta ever again, and hit the alert bell so you can get updated whenever I do post these types of videos. So jumping straight into it, guys, Zeta has been, in this legal pre-phase for a while now. So if you don't know what happened, basically, let's see. So four of the executives must defend against investor allegations the marketing technology company misrepresented its user data, has opted in, and relied on shady methods to boost numbers. So this is the lawsuit against Zeta, basically saying that they misled investors on the opted in and relied on shady prices, blah, 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 blah. And what the judge came out and said, he says, investors leading the case sufficiently alleged that statements about the company's opted-in user database were inaccurate in a way that mattered to shareholders. Judge Dale E. Ho said Wednesday, denying Zeta's bid to toss the proposed class action. So Zeta wanted a dismissal. They did not get a dismissal. And now from here, basically, what's going to happen is they're going to have to litigate further, right? And what that really means is a couple different directions. Either Zeta comes out and gets a slam dunk like, hey, this is how we can prove this, that this is inaccurate. They have to go to trial, or they settle out of court, which I'm leaning that they're going to settle out of court, just get this whole thing behind them. If they do that, we have to understand that these companies, they get sued a lot. They have really great lawyers and they settle a lot. And with that, they have insurance. These companies all have insurance. So if they settle, a lot of that is going to get, taken on by the insurance company. That's why you have insurance, right? Just like for anything else you have insurance on. You have car insurance. If you get in a car accident, you're not going to take on that whole burden financially if, you're at fault for the car accident. So what are my thoughts here? My thoughts are this is something that's kind of been a cloud over Zeta's head for a while now. This caused the stock price to drop from $38 back in the end of 2024 all the way down to I don't even know what it dropped down to. Let's see. 2024. Yeah, we're at $38 and we dropped all the way down to a low of about $11. And since then, we've been up, down, all around, right? And the funny thing is, again, guys, we're at $21.97 today. We're still up 1.5% on the day. And people, I guess, don't care about the news, or the news is priced in. Because when we drop from 38 all the way down to 11, and then we've been chopping around here, the business has only been getting better. And as such, the business has been getting better. And everybody's known about this lawsuit for a while. So it possibly is already priced in to where, okay, they're probably going to settle, or even if it does go to court, it is what it is what I think most investors are thinking. What did Zeta Global leadership actually say? Come on over here to Wealthmatica. You know him, my good buddy. We're always live on ZEUS Weekly. Here's the management's rebuttal to the meritless claims. The court's decision is a procedural ruling, not a determination on the merits of the case. As the court noted, at the stage it is required to accept the allegations and the complaint as true solely for purposes of evaluating the motion. We continue to deny these meritless claims, and we expect to prevail when the case is finally determined, the spokesperson said. We remain confident that our data gathering and management, as well as our privacy policies and practices, comply with applicable law and support our mission of delivering value for our clients and generating long-term shareholder value, which I completely agree with everything that they just said there. Their data is opt-in. You have to opt in for them to actually have your data. It's all by legal purposes. They are not doing anything shady. This is all straightforward stuff with data. Cookies are straightforward. You go to a website, it says, do you accept these cookies or do you not accept these cookies? Yes, I accept these cookies. Okay, you opted in. That's it. That's it. And that's what Zeta does across many, many platforms, the biggest one being Live Intent. So what do I think about this? It doesn't affect anything for me personally with the company. It doesn't affect my bull thesis that I believe this is a $25 billion to a $50 billion market cap company in the next 3 to 5 years. I think they're still on track to continue to crush it and grow. And whether this goes to court, whether it doesn't go to court, I could just be totally honest, guys. I mean, I care, but I really don't care because I understand where the business is going and I understand what a great opportunity this company is. So I'm just going to keep buying. I believe fair value on this company is $40 today, and we're currently at around $22. So yeah, I'm just going to keep buying my shares, buying my leaps. I'm just going to keep doing my thing, keep alerting my community in the High Five Collective investing Discord. Going to keep alerting them that, hey guys, guess what? I'm still very, very, very bullish on this company. It's my highest conviction company and business that I own out of all my stocks, out of the whole entire stock market. It's my number one. My number one. So yeah, I'm just going to keep doing my thing. But moving on, like I said, we're going to get into a secret project that Zeta is working on. Moving on, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this partnership with Palantir. So David said in his recent, we covered it on a live stream on ZEUS Weekly. If you guys want to go watch it, we covered their whole, one-on-one, David Steinberg, and the CFO, Chris Greiner, sat down with a Citigroup analyst, and they went over like the Palantir partnership. They went over everything in this big pivot, like we're about to get into, this big pivot that Zeta Global is making from just a marketing company to a business intelligence company. And in that interview, David said, in 30 to 40 days, Palantir's clients will be able to turn on Zeta services with a click of a button. Because Zeta is moving over to put everything on Foundry, right? And so Athena and the data is going to get layered onto Foundry, and then Athena is going to get layered over the data, and that's going to make things very simple. One, for clients to switch over from Zeta into what they're already doing, but also Palantir clients to switch over to what Zeta is doing. Because this partnership, in the most simplest way, when Palantir wins, Zeta wins. When Zeta wins, Palantir wins. They're going to be cross-selling like crazy. Remember, Palantir delivers high return on investment to their clients. Zeta delivers high return on investments to their clients. So basically how it's going to work is Palantir has their, like right here, like Wealthmatica says, 832 commercial customers. 832 commercial customers, okay? Those 832 commercial customers are now going to be available for Zeta to sell their product into. And then all the customers that Zeta has, half the Fortune 100, if they're not already working with Palantir, Palantir is going to easily be able to cross-sell into them. So any clients that Zeta has that jump on over into Palantir, Zeta and Palantir win. Any clients that Palantir has that jump on over into Zeta, Palantir and Zeta win. Because they're basically having this 7-year contract, a 7-year partnership to work together to become basically the software super companies, where they're going to really be disrupting the entire software industry. Everybody else thought it was Claude and AI and everything. I don't know. Zeta and Palantir partnership is basically morphing them into this super company that is going to be able to cannibalize a lot of the software industry guys, because they both give so much back on return on investment to their customers. And then another thing, obviously, Palantir's customers really trust them because they give such high return on investment, and Palantir is going to be saying, yeah, Zeta's great. You should work with them too. And then, Zeta gives a lot of return on investment back to their customers as well. And they're going to be like, yeah, you should work with Palantir. You already know Palantir, but you should work with them too because they're great. This more actually benefits Zeta because they're a $5 billion market cap company where Palantir is around a $300 billion market cap company. So just imagine that, $5 billion market cap company, 7-year contract partnered with Palantir. And now they get access to 832 commercial clients to sell to. Huge. Moving on, the pivot to intelligent AI infrastructure. This we talked in depth at length in our lives. I did a live stream on Monday, and then we did another live stream on Tuesday, I believe it was. We did 2 ZEUS weeklies this week, one just me, one with me and Wealthmatica. Nick, my good buddy. We're the 2 biggest bulls in this company on this earth. I promise you that. So go give that a look. We go way more in depth than that. I'll leave it linked in the bio below. Also give Wealthmatica a follow on X at Wealthmatica and on YouTube, Wealthmatica. Give him a follow and subscribe as well. So just quickly going through this so you can go watch it for yourself. Valued as MarTech, built as infrastructure. Basically, what they're doing is they're going from a marketing technology company, and now because of the partnership with Snowflake, because of the partnership with Palantir, and because of the partnership with OpenAI, now they're sitting there saying, yeah, this is the whole plan along. Intelligent AI infrastructure, a proprietary identity graph, data graph owned, not rented. They completely own all the data. An intelligence layer consumed across use cases, financial results with infrastructure signature. Marketing is the first application, not the ceiling. Meaning that they don't just have to go to the chief marketing officer anymore. They can now go to the CEO or the COO of a company and sell through to them. Because sometimes a chief marketing officer only has so much money to spend. But now they can go through the COO or the CEO and make them spend more money because Zeta's worth it. What has changed? Well, like I just said, they partner with OpenAI, and then they're going to be going after the generative engine optimization and running ads there. They did Athena Live. They launched it. Athena is like their super intelligent agent, essentially, that's going to help people bridge the gap between what they're trying to do as a business and their marketing needs, but now also their business needs entirely. Partnership with Snowflake, embedding 100 plus customer Snowflake environments, joint GTM intelligence and activation across the Snowflake customer database, and then Palantir, this recent partnership. The Zeta Data Cloud is re-architected on Foundry, the enterprise AI infrastructure layer conferred by the categories reference company. And we just talked about that, how big of a deal that is, them being able to sell through. And honestly, because of this and it being built on Foundry and being linked with everything that Palantir is doing, they're going to be able to give back even more return on investment, guys, more return on investment. Moving through here, this is the data moat, their first party data. They're number 4. They're number 4 on the leaderboard out of all companies behind Zeta or behind Meta, Google, and Amazon with how much data they actually have. This $5.4 billion market cap company is number 4 behind 3 Mag 7 companies. Let that sink in. Yes, this is 100% a moat. 100% a moat. You can't vibe code data. This is massive, guys. This is massive. This is what we keep talking about over and over and over again. Like, we're early days on Palantir. Or we're early days on Palantir too, but we're really, really early days on Zeta. Data Cloud into Athena and giving out outcomes. That's the whole purpose here. Economics of the platform, net retention rate. I really like this slide that they posted up here. Where's it at? Here it is. So they basically compared themselves to the big dogs. The big dogs being Datadog, literally big dogs, Palantir, CrowdStrike, MongoDB, and Snowflake. So net retention rate, Zeta sits at 120%. Right up along Palantir, Datadog, CrowdStrike, MongoDB, and Snowflake, all the other big dogs, right? All the other big dogs. All these companies are literally hundreds of billion dollar market caps or more for the most part, right around it. Rule of 40 is 48. They sit right along everybody else, right around that rate. 30% revenue growth. Their free cash flow yield is 5% compared to the average 2%. And their EV to revenue, 3. Everybody else is sitting at 7 to 31. So you think they're not undervalued? You're crazy. You're crazy. They also sit at a 2.6 price to sales on a trailing 12-month basis, their lowest that they've ever been. They sit at around a 3 point sum on a yearly basis. And yeah, based on their growth, based on everything they're doing, they should be a 6 times price of sales as the floor, And if they're a 6 times price of sales as the floor, that means this $22 becomes a $44 company. Double it up. Okay. Yeah. Again, if you want to see more and hear more of our thoughts about all this pivot to AI infrastructure, go watch that live stream that we did earlier. Here's what David had to say before we get into the secret sauce that they're working on. For years, we've been building what many viewed as a marketing platform. Today marks the beginning of our next chapter. Zeta Global is evolving into an intelligent AI infrastructure company, helping enterprises transform proprietary data into enterprise intelligence. Marketing was our first application and still very important for our clients, obviously. Today, we're expanding beyond customer acquisition, retention, and monetization into a fourth use case, business intelligence. Confirmed what we've been talking about on this channel for a while now, and what I've been talking about on X for a while now. We call it the Zeta Business Intelligence, ZBI engine, helping organizations make better decisions with AI. This next chapter is made possible by our partnership with Palantir. Up until now, business intelligence has operated in a rear-view mirror. By re-architecting Zeta's data cloud on top of Foundry, we will be able to project business intelligence and decision-making into the future for the first time. This significantly expands the TAM around 30 to 40 billion for Zeta and the capabilities for our enterprise clients. We're just getting started. More information is available, link below. Let's go. Like I said, this is big. You thought OpenAI partnership was big? They went bigger. They went Snowflake. Well, I guess Snowflake isn't bigger, but then they went Palantir, which is bigger than this OpenAI partnership, I believe. And now they're just completely pivoting. They've been 10 steps ahead of everybody else out there, and it's insane, guys. The way this company is moving, nobody sees it clearly because the stock price is still suppressed and severely undervalued. But when they do see this company and what they're doing, when Wall Street finally pulls their head out their butts, man, you are going to see people chase this company like never before, and that price is going to fly. All right, the secret news, the secret thing that Zeta is working on right now, guys. Athena operating system. So we just talked about how they're going into business intelligence. We just talked about they're moving their data and Athena on over to Foundry with their partnership with Palantir. But now they're making Athena an actual operating system. So you can have Athena do anything you possibly need as a business. Massive. And you know who this directly competes with? ServiceNow. And so many other companies like Salesforce, they have Einstein. They are now basically have an AI agent in Athena operating system that completely handles everything. And now they grow their TAM even more. They are making big boy moves, guys. Big boy moves. If you want to read this full piece on Athena OS and how Wealthmatica was able to unveil this, like discover this, because it is not confirmed yet. Just kidding. Team Zeta has confirmed, yes, that it's real and actually in development. Okay, so never mind. I lied. But if you want to get this full read on Athena OS, you can come on over to X and you can follow Wealthmatica, and he puts it all here. But what he found, job listings, description of Athena OS, indicators of what it'll become. And we suspect that this will be unveiled at Zeta Global Live in October. Super massive, guys. Super massive. So I imagine an ecosystem where a user could access marketing solutions, business intelligence tools, Palantir suite of tools and services, select from ecosystem of certified apps, use Athena to build, design, and inform your own enterprise apps. So an open bilateral functionality with Palantir ecosystem. If Zeta becomes an integrated layer of orchestration that is custom, curated for their customer, in fact, they become the system of record of which I believe Gap will be their first go-to-market client of Athena OS. That would be huge, guys, huge. I also believe Palantir and Zeta are gunning for ServiceNow-esque ecosystem, combating the AI control tower form factor, thus offering a competitive alternative. And again, he was able to find all this through different quotes, different pages of information on the investor relations site, and then also who they're hiring, job openings, and stuff like that. Again, I'll let him tell the full story here, but this is massive, guys. This is so big for Zeta Global. And it's like I keep on getting more bullish on this company, but then it's like they keep doing something else to make me even more bullish. First, it was the OpenAI partnership, then the Snowflake partnership, then the Palantir partnership, Athena launch, and now Athena is going to be the whole operating system. And now they're pivoting, obviously, and they did all that to pivot from marketing, just a marketing technology company, into a full-on business intelligence company. How are you not impressed by this leadership? How are you not impressed by Zeta Global? How are you not bullish on Zeta Global? This is, again, my highest conviction company. I hope that these videos help you see what Zeta is doing. If you want to invest or not, that's completely on you. But hopefully it makes you say, this company is pretty interesting. Let me dive a little bit deeper into the fundamentals myself and see if I want to be a shareholder. But I appreciate you guys. Hope you got value out of this content. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Peace.